And speaking of Disney, that leads me to our featured story of the night. All right, everybody, I want to talk about Disney, but really Marvel. I want to talk about Echo the series. So Echo the series is finally going to be coming out in November, right? November 29th. But apparently there have been a lot of issues with this, everybody, because this is the first Disney Plus show they're dumping all at once. They're not doing a weekly thing. It's all going to drop November 29th, and that's it. Kevin Feige apparently was saying that he thought the first cut of it all, it was unreleasable. That's what they're saying from insiders. Unreleasable. He watched it. He thought it was really bad. They shot 8 episodes. And he said, can we cut it down to 4 episodes or maybe 6 episodes and make it still work? Or what can we do with it? And there was apparently a lot of issues in post. And then they decided, well, let's just do a massive reshoots. So they pretty much reshot the whole thing. And now even after reshooting the whole thing, they're just going to drop it all at once and call it a day. And it's the same time Loki's coming out in October. This is coming in November. Loki's still releasing weekly, but this will be one big massive dump on Disney Plus. And it makes you wonder, like, is it because it's the first one they do not have faith in? Is it going to be bad? Or is it, just a new strategy? Maybe this is all just us guessing and being like, oh, something's wrong and nothing is wrong. But Echo is about the adoptive daughter of Kingpin, a deaf Native American woman who possesses the ability to perfectly copy other people's movements while being a highly capable martial artist and acrobat. And of course, if you watched Hawkeye, she first appeared here, and now this is tying in with the Daredevil universe. Charlie Cox is in this. You also Vincent D'Onofrio is back here as Kingpin too. So like you have some tie-in to Daredevil, and it's going to continue that whole storyline moving into Daredevil Born Again. So you would think this would be a big thing for Disney to have good and for Marvel to be a big show. But apparently they're not believing in it this much, which is very unfortunate to me because I like the idea of the character. They were playing off the comics a lot with her actually shooting Kingpin at the end of Hawkeye. Playing into that, she was apparently a huge part. I don't really know much about her besides a little bit I know, and I'm kind of interested to see if she's going to be a good addition. But this makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. Keoki, you probably know well about this character quite a bit. What do you think about this coming out that maybe she doesn't have the best show coming to Disney Plus?
I mean, I love Daredevil, love Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, love it. I like seeing her character, and it was in Hawkeye. It was really cool seeing her develop and how she's going to react to it. I don't know as much about her character as I'd like to, but to hear that it was unwatchable or that they couldn't save it, they were just going to can it, that's really crazy. So I would have liked to see what it looked like before those reshoots, because that sounds like the B team that was shooting, or C or F team that was shooting what was this space, Iron Fist season 1. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
never watched
Oh
all of
god.
it, but I knew it was. I seen a couple of scenes, and I think I saw episodes like 1 and 3, and I was like, "This is really bad, almost as bad as Defenders."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Hey, this is really bad." So it must have been like that. I don't know. I want to see.
I
I
couldn't
want to
even
see what it
watch
looked like
that.
before they fixed it.
I couldn't even watch Iron Fist or ever. I was like, this is not for me. And I could at least get through Defenders because, I mean, it was at least teaming everybody up, which was
Right.
fun. But that
Exactly.
was before Marvel got the reins of this. So they've had the reins to it. So how does this happen? That's the question.
Gosh.
How does this happen? Sabrina, what do you think about this?
It's like Star Wars now. Like there's like dropping another thing in your lap, and it's like kind of lost its luster for me, honestly. And I feel like everything used to be like, not everything, but like I was much more interested in knowing, what was going to happen, and looking forward to a series because of the way that they interconnect things. And I feel like the TV shows has kind of diluted that a little bit. I enjoyed Loki a lot, so I'm looking forward to the second season of that. But I'm not. They kind of just lost me. It's just like oversaturation of the market's too much with these TV shows. Some of them are really good, some of them are okay. It's just like I just can't do it anymore. Plus, they're doing this whole new Daredevil thing, with 22 episodes that I'm looking forward to watching that. Like, I don't understand this having Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox in it. I don't know how it could have been so like unreleasable or whatever they said. I mean, that's they're both amazing and they're both very good at their characters by now. Like they've been doing it for a very long time, and she was, I don't know. I don't know if this is all hype surrounding it just so that it stirs up, like kind of like you were trying to say about the Miley Cyrus thing. Like maybe it's just stirring up all this, oh my God, what the fuck? And then when it drops, everyone's going to watch it to see
Go
how
nuts,
shitty it is, but then it's going to be great. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know the angle here. I'm not really super looking forward to this. So it really doesn't, I don't give a shit one way or the other, to be perfectly honest.
It really could be just like, keeping expectations down though too, especially if they did have to do massive reshoots, because that could happen, and Kevin Feige has even gone on record saying that the worst Disney Plus shows that are out there, people have given shit, at least they're still higher than everything that's been on prime time. So he's like, we've still been doing great. So regardless,
what kind of person is not watching like dailies or watching episodes as they're cut together? Like he just sat down and watched the entire thing and he was like, this is unreleasable. We shall redo everything. Like that doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like it sounds, unless he was like, I don't know, in Argentina for the past 9 months and unable to get any mail or have internet connection. And so he was not stateside, so he couldn't see anything that they were doing. It just doesn't make sense to me that this is possible the way that they're describing it. You know what I mean? So I don't really know how much validity I put to the whole thing. I'm sure there were reshoots. Yeah. There's reshoots for everything. And
they
especially Marvel. Marvel loves a good reshoot. But to say that they reshot the whole series just seems highly unlikely. And it would also be like all of the higher ups were not paying attention to what they were doing and being like, this sucks. And they're just letting them run and piss away money to shoot this. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
I know. And it's the same writer from Hawkeye too. So you would think that they'd have some kind of swing going on their writing and their style and how the episodes are coming out, and these are being reviewed all the time too, so I'm skeptical too. But I mean, I don't know, but they're dumping it all at once, which is weird. Jacob, what do you think? Do you think that maybe the fact they're dumping it all is they don't have as much belief in this franchise or this series as other ones, or do you think that this is just all hype?
I think it says a lot that they're dumping it all at once. I also think that Marvel itself has been going downhill for a while. They need to go back to basics. And, just because I like saying this, I think they're realizing more and more they really dropped the ball when they let James Gunn go. I mean, just look at Guardians 3. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Guardians 3 was so awesome.
And look, I'm a Marvel fan. I enjoy a lot of Marvel content and comics, but I am eagerly nibbling at the bit here, waiting for the DC Universe by James Gunn. And once again, I'm just going to rant about James Gunn because I fucking love James Gunn. Marvel fucked up. That's it.
Yeah, he's got a great emotional tone with it. It's gonna breed everything that it was missing with Zack Snyder's universe, which was just bland, dark, and sad. And I'm like, I just watched Batman v Superman Fan Edition, and I was like, man, this is a great, kind of way to start, but you are missing so many beats here. And in Man of Steel, which would have just you guys threw away $700 million on Man of Steel, and then on Batman v Superman, literally the first movie with both of them in it, you guys threw away $1 billion, $1.3 billion easily, because that would have been Avengers level money.
I watched that 4-hour director's version that they begged for him to release, and I'm like, it still doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It makes more sense.
It makes more sense, though. It makes more sense.
I guess, than the first
It was
cut.
way better. It was way better than the other one.
And that says a lot. If that
movie
was way better, that says a lot.
Exactly.
Because it still didn't make a lot of fucking sense.
Right. Because you're like, wait, you're showing Joker at the end, bro. Like, how are you going to connect these later on? It's like, oh, you could have at least let
you're not.
Yeah,
you're not going to see anything ever again from this. Never. Which is unfortunate for people that are fans of it too. But I was a bigger fan of the Snyder version than the Joss Whedon version. But then every time you start cutting and just trying to make a new narrative out of something that you have, it's never going to be right. It's not going to be cohesive.
Nice,
and it wasn't, unfortunately. They jumped the gun. They did jump the gun. It's very unfortunate for them. And like you said, like Guardians was fun. It's very sad a lot of ways too, but still a great send off for a lot of these people. And not the ending I expected. I'm gonna tell you that. Not the ending I expected. Right. But that's James Gunn though too. He has a way of bringing it in, and he delivers. He just delivers. And unfortunately, DC hasn't been delivering. Marvel, again, this phase has not been delivering. A lot of fans have been saying that has not been delivering the way they hoped it to. And something like this, even when I heard this, like Sabrina said earlier, I'm like, why are they going to do this, an Echo series? Like, I mean, I like the character, but like, does she need her own spinoff? Does this really make sense? And maybe at the end of the day, it didn't make sense to do this.
Oh, look, Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns fucking Star Wars. I think they need to take Jon Favreau and bring him back to the Marvel universe. Be like, please help.
Absolutely.
Please help.
Yeah,
I
I
please
think a
guide
lot
us
of
again.
people forget Jon Favreau single-handedly is the reason why the Marvel universe is successful.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
That's all.
He saved
Yeah.
them. He saved
And
Marvel.
if you don't have James Gunn, your last play here is to bring Jon Favreau back. That's it. Bring him
Yeah.
back.
bring him
Bring-
back.
I think he's
That's all I
got.
can
I think
say.
he's got his hands full with the Star Wars situation.
Yeah,
Well, he can leave Dave over there. Dave's running it right. You just say, Dave,
Yeah.
let's check in every
You got
few
this,
days.
man.
And then because
Yeah.
I think Marvel needs him back. They do.
yeah.
And Star
do.
Wars
They
is
need-
looking
they really
great
do.
with him. So I'm like, it's
It might be good. They
Yeah.
also need Denzel Washington to play Kang. That's all I'm saying. I'll say it one more time.
Oh, bring
Denzel
him
Washington for Kang.
Oh wow, to replace
Hashtag
We all
Kang.
about it.
Denzel? Hashtag King. I wouldn't
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
Denzel.
Denzel Kang. Hashtag
Denzel
Denzel Kang. That's what I want. That's what I
Get it
want.
trending.
If we
Get it
can't,
trending.
I need to
Let's
see
get it
that.
trending.
Maybe.
okay. Okay. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. I put it out there all the time.
Exactly.
Anyways, everybody, I'm just saying we'll have to see about Echo because I'm not sure about this. Hopefully, Marvel is just giving us some kind of weird thing. These are just insiders saying stuff. Hopefully, it's going to be okay. It is odd it's all dropping at once. And maybe it's something they're just trying. It might just be. Or maybe it's shit. Only time will tell. We'll find out in November. Unfortunately, it's my birthday time, so hopefully I don't get a steaming pile of shit called Echo for my birthday. I hope not.